Well, welcome back. We are playing Submachine 7, and we just found this note about karma portals. We apparently just used one, so this must be a karma portal. So this is what all the fuss has been about for the entire series, these things that Murtaugh is able to create using his karma arm. And they just teleport us between two locations. And I know we were warned not to do this, but it doesn't actually do anything bad when we use them. We could do this all day and the game will still run. Perhaps using them is not really the problem, or traveling through them, since they don't seem to shatter the fabric of the dimension all that much. But perhaps the creation of them is what does it, because around both karma portals it looks like there's quite a bit of destruction here. There's cracks all around it. So maybe Murtaugh was creating these portals without really taking into consideration that by doing so, by opening up these trans-dimensional pathways, he was breaking up the fabric of reality itself. And so that might have led to the falling out between Elizabeth and Murtaugh from earlier. And she might have been telling him about it, and he apparently neglected that fact. He didn't really care he was destroying reality. Anyway, we can head this way, and we find a barred door, which we can open pretty easily, and we're back here. So that really is a short-range portal. Only takes us a couple screens. And we can go up the stairs here. Very long staircase. And look out this window, and we see a floating island with a rock just kind of hanging there. Just kind of hovering over like a guy hovering over your shoulder while you eat. And over here is another dead end, but we have another portal here on this piece of rock. When we go through, we're on that same island we were just looking at. And there's another stone key there. This time, instead of a triangle head, it's got a square-shaped head. Cool. Let's head over this way then. Another note. Once there was a man who said he knew what was happening after Murtaugh left. Since then, that man left us as well. Okay. I'll just file that knowledge away. We can actually look at these cracks a little closer, and if you look all the way up here, we can click there, and there's another token that's hidden right up there. And we have two of them now, so you got the number 2 there, although it almost looks like we have 2 gong beaters. It's 2 tokens, and there are 5 in the game in total. So here's a door that looks like we can open it with our key. And in fact, we can. And inside... we got this map again. This time there's no circle telling us where we are. Although I would say if we entered doors here, we're somewhere in this building down here, but that doesn't really matter. We also have this control device. And if we remember, in this area there were 4 gates we could enter. Almost like we got these pathways. And only one of those gates was active, and it was the 3rd gate. So maybe if we turn all of these, we'll activate all 4 gates. Let's give that a try. Why does the sociopath only talk to Elizabeth? Probably referring to Murtaugh as the sociopath? Not sure. Otherwise, that's everything in this room we can look at. But we unlocked the gate, so we might be able to get back there and check out some new areas. Before we do that, let's head over here again. And there's a wall we can't get past, and some holes in the wall? Perhaps we'll see a bit more about this later. Okay, now let's head back to the garden here. Yep, all 4 gates are now available to us, so let's just check them out. My guess is that if we go in the leftmost gate, it'll take us somewhere around here. But that's just a guess. There's really no guarantee that the gates actually move in the direction, because they are trans-dimensional. They could warp around any direction. And it doesn't matter because we can't go anywhere from here. So that was fun. Let's try this one, which I imagine would send us up here, but we'll see. Oh, not quite. It sends us straight up this way. It was close. And there's a note right here. So when things started to collapse, why certain bits and pieces got left behind, they just stayed in place. And why those in particular? L. So I guess Elizabeth is wondering why there's some ground that still exists as everything started to collapse. I guess I'm wondering as well. It's kind of hard to tell why some parts of the universe are being destroyed and other parts are not. Okay. So that we're on a path here. It leads this way. There's also a path up here, but we can't actually go up this way because we aren't there. We're here. So we have to move to the left and then move up this way. And now we're on this path and we can go back here. This one doesn't lead anywhere yet. We can go back this way, but we can't go this way because we're not down here. So hopefully that makes sense. We can also go this way to this room here with another note or a picture. This time it's got a square with the tic-tac-toe board and the bottom left marking. So we have 3 of these now. We have a triangle one, a circle one, and a square one. And we have a triangle and a square stone key, so there might be a circular stone key somewhere as well. Alright, we hit that, and we'll see what it does. Oh, it turned that into a set of staircases, but let's go up to the upper path. And up here we have another thing we can press. Not sure what that did. We head back and, oh, it dropped a ladder. Up here we have another gate, and we also have this symbol. It's like a circle with a vertical line all the way through and a cut horizontal line in the center. Let's just keep an eye out on this one, see what it is used for later. Once we go in here, now we're all the way to the left in this spot on the map. Interestingly. We go to the left, we have some more plants, and down here there's a marking, and we look at it, we have another weird symbol. Kind of almost looks like some kind of primitive, not primitive, like older style compass being used. Let's remember that too. And we can go back this way, and we find a note on the ground hidden behind this pillar, or partially obscured by it. And that shows us the 3 keys, and it seems to order them 1, 2, and 3. So triangle first, then square, then circle. So that means we're going to do this, something at the top center, then the bottom left, and then the center right. I wonder what that could mean. And in here we teleport again to this really, really pretty tree. And a ladder. But we can't climb it, so I guess it's not intended to be a ladder. It looks like there's a spot for a lever here, but we don't actually have a lever in place. So what can we do? Do we have to go around and find one? Not quite. We actually have something here that could serve as a perfectly good lever if there was a place to put it. So we just stick it in the slot there. And use it as a lever. There you are. We can cross it as a regular bridge now. We find a third symbol like this. So I guess this is important to something later. So this one has like 2 like semicircle things with the lines going through like that. We'll just remember that as well. We'll come back to it later. And this is the gate we saw at first. It was this gate. Huh. So that took us through a loop, these 2. We've already been here. So let's head to this gate now. And this takes us all the way to the right. So the 4th gate to the right takes us here. The 3rd gate takes us there. The 2nd gate takes us here, which then took us over here, which then took us somewhere else, which took us back to here. So the 1st gate doesn't take us there. This is a completely different area. So gate 2, 3, 4, some random area. Maybe gate 1 is over here. This will actually become important later, trust me. And we come across a gigantic tree. And buried in there is another stone key. Well, now that we have 3 stone keys, we gotta find a way to use them. So we had this thing all the way over here that just looked like a bunch of random holes. But if we remember these tic-tac-toe boards, you think of them as 3 by 3, and you count up the total amount of holes here, you can divide it into a set of 3 by 3 there, 3 by 3 here, and 3 by 3 here. So let's remember the order we have: triangle, square, circle. And the triangle is going to go in the top center, so we're going to put it there, in the top center of this 3 by 3. Then the square is the bottom left of the second 3x3, which is there. And the circle is the middle right here. And that opens the door for us. And we find ourselves in a new area, which I will explore in the next video. So I'll see you then. Bye.